Hi, I'm Maddie Orton for JerseyArts.com. A 1995 indie comedy about death has found new life as a musical. The Last Supper, which is now in rehearsals at New 42nd Street Studios, will have its world premiere later this month at South Orange Performing Arts Center.
Who watches this crap?
Oh, you mean besides us?
Who buys the lies they're selling?
It was the middle of 2020, and I was looking for a project that could speak with me. I had a few projects on my plate, but nothing felt urgent, nothing felt of the moment. And for some reason, I thought back to this movie that I'd seen 2 or 3 times over the last 20 years. I watched it again, and it felt like it was written yesterday.
That's because the film was arguably ahead of its time, anticipating the outsized role TV commentators would have on right and left-wing discourse and the angry desperation felt by people of all political stripes.
I'm Naomi Day. Tonight on Reality Check, illegal stealing your Social Security.
The story of The Last Supper is about these 5 liberal grad students who share a house off campus, and they have a visitor one night, and accidentally that visitor dies on their living room carpet. And this person was a hateful person, and it was an accident, but they realized that maybe they did something good. This person was dangerous. And they look at each other and they ask themselves, well, what happened? You know, what if it's 1921, you're in a bar in Berlin, and what if a young Adolf Hitler sits down next to you? Do you kill him? And it causes them to say, you know, maybe I would. And so they invite a different hardcore right-winger over for dinner every Sunday for supper, and they put 2 bottles of wine on the table, one normal and one poisoned. And if they can't change the mind of their dinner guests, they kill them.
To be clear, no one is condoning violence. Desmon says it's the preposterousness of the premise that allows audiences to deal with the conversation around extremism head on.
It allows you to reflect on these ideas without it being so rooted in reality that you put up your guard. And so that's what's kind of the high concept idea of the piece.
Without breaking a sweat,
Alex Newell of Glee, Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, and Broadway's 2018 revival of Once on This Island was drawn to the show's score.
The music told a great story. It was vibrant. I could see the world in which the story lived in the music. I could see a personality in the character that was different than a lot of projects that I've worked on. I hope people take away having conversations. I mean, some of the lines say we could have just had a conversation rather than killing somebody, but we live in such a heated time right now that conversation is the last thing because a lot of people just don't feel heard.
New Jersey resident Mark Evans, who most recently appeared in the original Broadway cast of Mrs. Doubtfire, plays several roles in the show, including the town sheriff and all of the dinner guests who partake in what might unwittingly become their Last Supper.
I've been looking for something that is a real challenge like this. I love utilizing as many sort of skills in the skill set as possible, and this is very much that, playing all these, such a big variety of characters. I also just think it's funny. It's a great show. It's funny, and to be working in a developmental, collaborative environment is something that I've been longing for a while. So yeah, I was very excited when I read it.
What started as a pandemic project for book writer and lyricist Jeremy Desmon and his collaborator Jeff Thomson has quickly gained traction. The team has gotten the attention of a Broadway producer, gathered a small cast of big-name actors, and secured a space to put the show up on its feet for an out-of-town tryout at South Orange Performing Arts Center, or SOPAC. The hope is to take the show to Broadway. 2-time Tony nominee Charlotte D'Amboise plays an inflammatory right-wing pundit named Naomi Day.
You learn the most when you're with an audience. You step up quick. There's no laziness. You step up, and then them watching the same thing with them watching the show. They learn the most when you're up there, when you're forced to do it.
Every day we change the script, we move things around, we adjust things, we hone things, we figure out, hey, the music, the way we wrote the music on that song, the way we wrote the story on that song, it's not exactly playing as well with the characters that we have. And so every day we're nipping and tucking and getting it closer and closer to what we all have in our minds. I mean, the hope is that people respond, people get excited, people get angry, People talk to their friends about the show. People get so excited about it that we can bring it into New York. That's our hope.
Tomorrow we'll behave, but we've got a world to save. Tonight.
The Last Supper runs from July 27th through August 7th at South Orange Performing Arts Center. For more information, visit sopacnow.org. I'm Maddie Orton. Thanks for watching.